Babes, what you watching?
Enchantress desperately needs level 2 to get that enchant, play with the creep.
Where's she gonna get it from? It's an aggressive trial lane where you're finding this experience. You're splitting it up between 3 heroes.
Exactly. They're just gonna have to sit there and leech. It's gonna be slow, but it'll happen eventually, right? One more creep and he has the 2.
Man.
Yeah, gonna slow down the start just a bit.
I think Virtus Pro are going to love life at the beginning of this game. You know, maybe this Raven Timbersaw does really well in the beginning.
Yeah.
But Pasha should be just fine at getting his own farm and getting back into the game.
You know, typically Timbersaw wants to just sit in the creep wave so you can tank up, stack up the armor, and then just trade hits with the other hero, but you can't do that against the Sand King.
Yeah.
If you're in close, you're gonna get hit by the Caustic over and over. But when there's no creeps like this, he's happy.
I suppose it is good news that you are against the strength hero in Pasha for Raven. It's one of the good things. He's actually doing a lot of damage, in fact. Raven is just trying to bully him out when he can. In the meantime, Cuckoo will find a kill under Roger down bottom, surprisingly so.
Yeah,
looks like he might have been out of position, trying to maybe pull a camp, try to go for a rune.
That's the tomato creep, big thunderclap.
And now he's got the enchant up, and yeah, the thunderclap coming in. He's actually going to take the smaller Hellbear and get the extra last hit for himself. So, okay, now stabilizing this bottom lane, correct?
Yes. Stabilizing for now. Because VP will come back with full mana.
Oh, Burrow Strike, Raven getting low. He doesn't have the 10 reactive armor. That is a triple torn, though, and Cuckoo will fall again. Ranks in with the rage and the open moves, and now Tim's trying to find the fight. Roger taunting his way to victory. The rolling boulder, he sidesteps it. Roger was ready, and he's going to get back to his tower, maybe even back to the base to heal up.
Oh, man. That's rough.
That's a good taunt right there, let me tell you.
Roger somehow lands the 3-man taunt without any real setup.
The godlike taunt.
Yep. That's incredible.
Roger and VP feeling good in this bottom lane. The Thunderstrike constantly being spammed by this Disruptor. Might be one of those games where you get like level 2 Thunderstrike, I feel like, because of the laning phase.
Yeah, just more damage, kill out the squishy and because there's no other place they can really go.
I mean, and once the Sand King starts really doing well for Virtus Pro, they're going to lose all 3 lanes. Look at the mid lane matchup. No one has 20 last hits. The Gyrocopter is 10. Armel is down 1 level against no one, and the Crypt Swarms are starting to deal some damage, and no one almost can kill him here in a moment, especially if he gets a rotation. This is, I don't want to call it disastrous, but it's pretty bad for TNC at the start of this game.
Yeah, mid lane not going so well. They're off lane. While they are applying a lot of pressure, Ramses is still basically free farming, and they're getting kills on top of it.
Yeah.
So, I guess, you know, it's still early into the lane phase, right?
But you were mentioning where can these heroes go for TNC. With Cuckoo, he might be going to the grave. Magnetic Field comes out. The Shockwave coming in. It doesn't really do anything. Cuckoo gets the Torn from Roger again. Well, of course, the kill will be split, but I don't think it really matters one way or the other. I mean, Cuckoo will still fall. Ramses was there to secure it. And that is a 4th kill for Virtus Pro at the start of this laning phase.
Whew. This may sound extremely obvious and stupid, but every time TNC fail to get a kill or pressure this lane, it just gets harder and harder, right? Because that's that much more time where Enchantress is sitting there in the lane, basically playing as a laning support with the creep instead of farming in the jungle to get items, to get some more levels up, right?
And I mean, you said it. Where do they go? Armel almost going to get torrented, but he just sidesteps it around the other side of the tower. Luckily enough, had he got hit by that torrent, he probably dies from a swarm or something. So, but the Enchantress Cuckoo is dropping deep wards and going all the way around, maybe just trying to jungle at this point, because I don't think he can do anything else, really. I don't know. I mean, they're about to spot him, actually. They see that the Wild Wing is over here. There's the Hellbear. It'll get off the Thunderclap slow. Solo's going to come up with the Thunder Strike. They do have Aegis and Tannins that got the X-Marks Torrent combination coming in, but Solo's getting really low. He has 2 stick charges, but the Rolling Boulder comes in, and they might actually find this kill. The sticks are there. The Thunderclap comes out. They don't even really need it. It's Tim's that gets the job done. Now they're turning onto Roger. Tim's getting low, but they won't be able to bring this Kunkka down. That's a nice little play. It's a support getting dropped. It's not the end of the world for Virtus Pro, but TNC finally getting back on the board.
Yep, and maybe they can make something happen mid lane with a potential rotation, but I don't think it's going to happen when no one's sitting on such high health and Armel's not. What are they going to do? Come and gank with a or for 150 health Gyrocopter and hope they can go?
I mean, it's feeling like they got to try something. They will rotate Tim's around. He's level 3 now. The top lane matchup is pretty even still. Raven's still getting a lot out of this, and that's good news. But again, it's not like he's stopping Pasha at this point in the game.
Both heroes are getting exactly what they want. Pasha's going to have a super early Blink Dagger if he chooses to go for that.
One way they could annoy the mid lane, throw up the Wild Wing, give him the dance. The tornado damage onto no one will be a little bit frustrating. Tim's is invis also.
Yeah.
There's a lot of heroes here for Virtus Pro. We'll see who gets the initiation.
The
homing missile is coming in. Roger is there. The rolling boulder. They want this kill. They've got the rocket barrage. It's going to be close. No one will fall. They've got the kinetic field. The epicenter getting channeled. Pasha is in. They'll find Cuckoo and maybe Armel. And yes, they will even find a third. The glimpse back is there onto Tim's. Going to be a 2-for-1 trade, maybe a 3-for-1 if they can find his Burrow Strike. Tim's is trying to juke through, but the Burrow Strike will find him. They've got the Torrent follow up as well. The Thunder Strike coming out. This should be more than enough damage. The Fairy Fire comes in. The Rolling Boulder is blocked by Roger. What a play. And Tims will get dropped down on top of it. VP will find 3. Yes, they lose their Death Prophet. They are not really concerned about that, let me tell you.
Yep, well played from no one. See, keeping the spirits high. They know that they're doing very well. 2K gold lead at 7 minutes. It's pretty difficult to come back from, but TNC, they need levels desperate, right? Tim's level 3 on his Earth Spirit. Well, you know, it's pretty normal to be level 3 at this time in the game
right.
on a 4-position hero. It's just, they need more. They can't really make any moves just because, you know, top lane is static. Mid lane is difficult for TNC to gank just because of the advantage Death Prophet had over the Gyro Prophet.
Oh, Tims has been caught with a glimpse. Actually, it was the X marks coming out. The glimpse is still available. Kinetic Field actually only goes on to Cuckoo, and now Tims is going to try to turn this, but Ramsey's coming in. Surprisingly enough, he's still here. Go back to farming down bottom. Tims, they'll drop a ward down. They've got the ensnare onto Roger. That will come, but where's the follow-up damage? There's one auto attack, and that's it.
Yeah, just tell him to back off.
The Sand King just brought a full veil. He has to burrow quick away from Raven, who had the Chakram. Now the Timber Chain. Raven's still chasing him down, and Pasha actually in trouble here. Raven has a full hood of Defiance. This could be big if he can find this kill onto Pasha. The Chakram coming in, but Pasha able to snag the bounty and get out. Looks like he will fall, though. He was able to track him down with the Timber Chain, along with a couple of other abilities being used down bottom. They're looking for more. The Torrent comes in. That will be Sam H getting dropped. One more auto attack. The Ensnare will not save his life, and Ramses will back up and away. They have the Hurl Boulder coming in from the Mud Golem, but that's not going to do enough damage to get the kill. So 1-1 across the board for both teams.
Pretty big solo kill. He buys out the Veil, so he doesn't lose any gold. Interesting. Goes to the Veil instead of the Blink. I like that he buys a different item rather than the Blink, because with such a good start, you don't really want to play like that Blink Initiator starting from the 10-minute mark, which means because you would stop your progression. You wouldn't be farming a lane because you want to be running around with that Blink Dagger. While it is important, it's also very important to play more like a core. Up in the face, push out these lanes. That Veil makes you a bit stronger.
You can see he wanted to be active already. I mean, he just TP'd in mid with the smoke. He didn't find anything with it, but he tried for Pasha. So the Veil goes unused. He'll just waddle his way back to the top lane. And all this while, Ramses is free farming. He's not quite at the level that Pasha and the Timbersaw are at, but he's still having a great old time on Ramses' Lifestealer.
Yep, free farm for all 3 cores from VP.
All right, what are we looking at in terms of the supports? So the Enchantress, as expected, is pretty poor.
Oh no, just some sandals and a stick.
She's not really happy for Cuckoo. Armel up to Boots of Speed and an Aquila, but he is about 1,000 behind No One, and No One's doing okay. He's not getting free farm, but he is he has been taken down once. Meanwhile, they will get the kill on the Courier. The Radiant Courier will fall. Jungle. I think Sam H came in with a Vendetta, and that's what did it. So that is at least something for TNC.
Yeah, with that Courier kill, they bring back the gold lead just a bit more. You know, it's a bit closer now. Only 1K at 9.5 minutes. Respectable.
I mean, if they can get some room for the Shower Copter, and my thought process is if this Timbersaw can start doing some serious work on this map, it could be a big turnaround for TNC, and Raven is in a good position to do so.
Yeah, he's approaching that point where he can just tank the creep wave plus the tower and sit there and eventually bring it down. The slow burn, the 15 damage, right clicks on the tower over and over. Also went for the hood, so he's tanky.
Pasha did a good job. He cut the wave, I believe, and just burrow struck it and caustic finality, and that means there's no wave to push into the tier 1 of the top lane. In the meantime, mid lane, Armel will get Spirit Sight to the Exorcism. The Torrent actually misses, but Armel's still in trouble. He's got the call down. He doesn't use it. The last Crypt Storm coming in a moment. They don't even need it as Pasha walks right on in, helps get the claw, but it's the Exorcism that does the job for No One. And now this will transition maybe into the tier 1, but the wave is pushed in at their own tier 1, so maybe not.
Man, it's so hard for TNC to make a move. Right? Like, how can they start an engagement? When you look at the heroes, you think, oh, well, they have Gyrocopter. This hero rotates around the map, it makes things happen, and smoke plays and everything, but when he's in the mid lane, it's a whole different role, right? You're laning up against this Death Prophet. If you rotate around, you lose your tower to the Exorcism.
Sam H is Vendetta. He is stalking No One. The Exorcism is done, but he misses the Impale.
Oh, no.
And that is a big critical gank avoided by No One. He's able to get out of trouble.
Mott, that's how they make plays, and now they have to wait for that Vendetta cooldown before they can attempt again.
They have all of these deep wards for TNC. They had another one in the jungle, but I think it just went away, and they can't really use them. The vision is not going to be really helpful. They have actually 2 wards in the same area in the mid lane, too. TNC, with all this vision, they can't really accomplish anything with it. And that gank is pretty significant. It's really good for knowing that he avoided it. The exorcism was done. He's able to continue farming instead of losing gold and not being able to get that quick Yule Scepter. And again, it's still just Ramsey's farming up. Raven is the big target. They're going to roll in onto Ramsey. He's going to go for the Rage TP, and they cannot find this kill. They didn't have the lockdown that they needed to secure it. The SamH Nyx Assassin was there for the Impale follow-up.
Yep, unable to find the kill, and they had a lane ward, so that means right, that fast.
Solo's in trouble. The silence came in, nicely done. He still has the glimpse. He will try to get it off, but it doesn't really send Raven that far. And now they can pressure this tower, and that's at least one thing TNC can do.
Yeah, but look what's happening on the other side from them. VP already playing in both these lanes. They pushed out the mid, hit the tower a little bit. Now they're cutting the wave up top too. Good response to the 5-man, I guess 4-man from TNC, but you know, that wasn't a smoke, so they weren't able to find the kill, right? If they kill Ramses, he's not going to rage TP up to the top lane and do the exact same thing they're doing. And they would get much more out of it.
Impale, Roger, it's just to support, but if they can find the kill, maybe start things off, go for more. No one is in Viz. He's got Exorcism back up in 6 seconds. The Glimpse will come back in. The Epicenter getting channeled. They've got the Statics from Armel. In trouble. The Burrows are coming in. There's the Veil. The Trip Swarm. Armel will fall. Big pickup for Virtus Pro. The Courier coming over as well. But Cuckoo now trying to fight. He'll drop that Aegis, but there are 3 heroes here for Virtus Pro, but he's still running in. I'm not sure what he wants to do for TNC. Raven is there. They want to try to find something. Roger will be the target. Not really the best kill for TNC, but it's a kill nonetheless. And they will find it for Raven, which gets him even more farm. And he is the one hero that is having an amazing game for TNC.
That was pretty crazy. Cuckoo, level 4 Enchantress, running head first into 3 heroes. VP freak out. They're like, good God, what's going on?
What's he doing here?
This makes no sense. And of course, they just use their abilities, so they're not going to blindly chase this hero for another 5 seconds, so Burrow Strike comes back up. So they walk away, and Roger thinks, all right, well, I can hit the flank here. I can come back in, get some heroes, the X-Mark Torrent. But, yeah, well played from TNC.
And they get those extra wards down in the jungle, those deep wards to help the Nyx Assassin find those ganks. But now you have to worry about Virtus Pro's time. The armlet is done for Ramses. The Blink Dagger now picks up on Pasha in just a moment, and that's the vehicle. Meanwhile, down bottom, the Impale comes out, Solo in trouble, the Hurl Boulder, and he will fall again. Solo getting dropped down, and Raven finds the second kill on the Roger. Both supports going down, and now they'll pressure the Tier 1 tower. They have 2 Mud Golems. They've got a creep wave here. This Tier 2 could fall.